what I said for golf. But I'll make sure.
Everybody, how you doing? Johnny Vivento here. Well, oh, what a day it's been, man. It's been a hell of a day. But I tell you something. Sarasota Tim, I think he won the case. I got a feeling. We got this British lady, you know, she's life and vibe. She's going nuts. Listen to this.
Speaking of Craig.
Yeah. Hey, pumpkin.
I feel like I could use this thing for a year or 2 years or whatever.
Yes, the verdict was rendered.
And still come out pretty good. So it's on that part. It's not anything like with the KLX right.
We did get to a verdict, but we have to remember that Tim thought he was going to get a WebEx.
All these creators on YouTube, like this lady, Life and Vibe, Bray, her name is, I believe, they live their whole lives. Can you believe that they actually have Tim in their brain 24 hours a day, all of them. And I watch them every single day. I flick through because I see their videos posted, and I don't watch them. I to be honest with you, any of them. The only guy I watch actually is Bohemian Carl, you know, and he does the lowest views of all, but I like him. You know, he's just a nice guy, and I think he's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. But this lady, she just will not leave Sarasota Tim alone. She just won't leave him alone. And I think she took him to court, and she lost. As simple as that. Everybody's got this thing that this guy is a criminal, and he isn't. We all know he's not. He's an actor. That's one thing she's right about. He is an actor because I can remember when he was supposed to be broke, and then things were getting better and better and better and better. He's buying all kinds of stuff. You're not broke, you know, and for all we know, he has a mansion overlooking his 25-foot trailer. We don't know. Nobody does. Nobody knows who's who. I can actually be out here and I can fake I'm a rich guy, which I am not. But I could be out here because I live in a beautiful part of Mexico, and I live in a gorgeous place with a gated, actually, this is one of the 2 security gates, and I live in a gorgeous place, you know, and I'm in 90 to 95 degree heat every day, 365 days a year. And I could lie and say, I'm a very wealthy dude. You know, I really am. I have everything. I have a motorcycle, I have a truck, I have this. That doesn't make anything. It doesn't mean anything anymore. These days, well, to be wealthy, I mean, you know, you can fake it, you know. I don't think Sarasota Tim's faking it. I think he's doing okay. He's making money off YouTube. There's people in the comments saying that they thought I was wrong. You know, he's making $5,000 a month. I think probably he's making more than that. Because I know a guy who has a lot less popularity than Sarasota Tim. He's making about 3. So I'd imagine Tim's making double what he's making. I would imagine, judging by what I know. And then people say, you know nothing about YouTube, which I really don't. I come out here and do stuff off the cuff. I like being out here and talking about it. You know, I'm kind of on his side because I like watching Sarasota Tim occasionally, not all the time. Yesterday it was about his bed and about this and that little teardrop trailer he was buying and whatever. You know, it just, yeah, it's nice. I have a cup of coffee and I like watch it, like half watch his shows, you know, because it doesn't really interest me, but it interests a lot of people. There's probably, I would say, 5,000 old ladies out there waiting for his show every day. He does like 5 a day. And I'd imagine they're waiting to watch his show, or maybe a couple of thousand, I would say. And then there's the haters who live with Tim 24 hours a day in their head. I mean, I didn't even realize, I just went through the videos of Sarasota Tim's haters, and it's like 1 a day more. I would imagine there's like 100 out there. Even doing animated Sarasota Tims now, which is absolutely ludicrous. It really just shows you how small these people are to make a few bucks, you know. If I want to make a few bucks, I go out there and do some work, make a few bucks if I want. I don't want to, don't need to, but I can do it. I'm going back probably in January back to Colorado, and I'm going to work for a while because it keeps me young. Really it does. I don't want to be an old guy of 70 sitting around doing nothing. I just don't want it. Just, you don't last long that way. I don't play golf. I used to, but I don't play. It just doesn't interest me. I don't play golf anymore. I know a lot of people who love that. They do it. Walking around a golf course does not. I'd rather be on my motorcycle, which is right over there. I'd enjoy myself that way rather than play golf. And tinker around with a bike and make a few videos, have a cup of coffee outside, a couple of tortillas, a couple of tacos in here in Mexico, and it's great. It's wonderful. In the morning, there's a coffee place I like to go down the road. Yesterday I had a great time. I mean, I went to two different coffee shops yesterday. It was wonderful. It's great. It's not expensive. It's what you guys would pay for a McDonald's meal. We went there and had an incredibly classy cup of coffee, a smoothie, couple of incredible desserts. But, it's just, that's the kind of life we have. But we're not rich. But we could lie and say we are. If you can have the trappings, you can have the Rolex watch, okay? You can have, or the Omega, let's say, and look rich, right? You could look like you're $1 million. If I wore Rolex today, most of my neighbors would think it's a real one if it was a fake, because they know me and they go, "Oh, he has a little bit of money. I'm sure it's a real Rolex." It wouldn't be. I have bought Rolexes and good watches in the past, but I got rid of them because it is a waste of money. I'd rather give my kids the money than have a Rolex. Why would I want one? I know people do. Yeah, ultra wealthy people, yeah, but I'm not. And I think it's a waste of money. But anyway, I was watching Tim today in Walmart. He goes for his whole bill and what he bought. People love that. They love that. They do. He's like a regular person, but so many people against him. He hasn't done anything wrong. I don't believe a word. He said he defrauded the Social Security, or he got some. No, actually, it was the government, right? It was a federal offense. Some loan he got during COVID. A lot of them were doing it, I guess. I worked throughout COVID, so I don't know. I worked. I'm being honest. I worked. Didn't have any problems with it. Never caught COVID. Never went near it. Never went near anybody. I just did my work myself, and that was it. I did what I had to do, and I didn't go through any of that stuff, so I couldn't claim anything or whatever. I just worked, like a normal person, I guess. But anyway, let's go and have a look at some of these hater channels. I gotta show you because I know you've seen them. I'm sure you all have seen them. Some of these hater channels, man, I just, oh God. So anyway, I put it on just now, actually. So what I did, this is not a good tripod. My other one is in my studio, my other place. Where do I put it? So anyway, you got Life and Vibe, who is like a fake British lady, unlike myself. But, she's totally fake, I believe. I actually do believe. But like New York Dan, another fake guy. But anyway, there's New York Dan, look. And he lives off Sarasota Tim. Sarasota Tim blows off homeless guy. I wonder what that's about.
Nice, New York Dan here. I was just checking out Sarasota's video, and I gotta show you this. He's driving down the street, and there's this homeless guy, he's got a cardboard sign. He's standing right there. The light's red. The guy's right on the corner, right? He pulls up. He doesn't give a rat's ass. Look, the guy's like waving at him. He's carrying the cardboard sign. He doesn't give a rat's ass. He doesn't even look at the guy. The guy's standing right.
He doesn't give a rat's ass about the guy on the corner with the cardboard. Sometimes you don't look. And sometimes you don't see these people. Honestly, you don't realize. Especially in a place like Florida, I mean, God, I mean, where he lives, it's a beautiful neighborhood. I guess you don't look, but this guy has to go off about it for a minute and 12, okay? So, New York Dan, another fake guy from New York. Breaking news, whereabouts, another New York Dan. Whereabouts of the Crusher?
Hey,
Where's
how's
the
everyone
Crusher?
doing?
And then we got a new one here, things to buy for the E-Pro, the Cramper, which is the small trailer he's buying or whatever. And then you got Blind View. Tim changed his mind
If
more in
there's
2
ever
weeks.
any doubt in your
Tim,
mind that Tim doesn't care what BS he spews, just talks to hear himself and pumps out any nonsense just to make a ton of videos. Watch this.
yeah, but we all know that, but people like it. And he got his ears lowered at modern clips. And this is the one I got to show you. This is the one I really want to show you. Sarasota Tim, Virginia Beach is not just for lovers, it's for people.
Welcome to my channel. And I want to show you guys what I've been talking about.
Oh, there's the what's her name? That's
So Sarasota Tim traveled to Virginia Beach on business, but yet he didn't take the time.
You gotta laugh. Come on, I laugh at this stuff. Oh, what's going on with them on his channel? From Blind Views and Squirrel Bait Parodies. Sarasota Tim and Life and Job. The judge said dismissed.
Oh, really?
Dismissed the case. Oh my God. I come to realize when Banner second-hand camper. Oh, geez, that's Sarasota Tim. And then Sarasota Cramps on the Beach from Carl Bohemian Nomad. God, it's incredible. Amazing. But there was one I was going to show you. There it is. Tim's Excellent Travel Adventure by Squirrel Bait Parodies. You have to attend court 13th of August, last Thursday. There he is on his electric scooter. Oh, he went down, Sarasota Tim went down a hole. And there he is on his river tire with rats on the side. There's a big tortoise there. How's that? They can't stop, can they? They just can't stop. These people, they just cannot stop going at this guy. And they're all making better and better videos. You know, they really are, for some reason. I'm hoping that Sarasota Tim actually gets like, goes up in the millions